Hello, CIG. I have something I want to share with you. I'm not sharing this on YouTube. Let me say that right off. This doesn't involve anything with YouTube at all. This strictly is for CIG. I've had some experiences lately. I tried to explain that to you in that letter, and I know it probably sounded really terrible what I said on CIG, but on Spectrum. But I'm telling you, that's a lot of what I felt is true. What's going on, but that's not why I'm here to talk. Well, it's partly, but it's not. Okay, so the only way that I can get you guys to understand what I'm trying to say is if I try to make it quick as I can possibly make it. When I came here, I'm in the English server right now, and my furniture's missing. My furniture should not be missing in this or the other one. I went to the best and server, which one that is, and my furniture would show up. I came here and my furniture is missing, but I've got my orange top box. Now, I use this box as a garbage can or a garbage box. I take all my garbage and I throw it in there. I don't like messing my hangar up. I like to keep it clean. And so when I first came in, the box wasn't there. It was just a bottle of water that I had placed there because that's where I put all my garbage, right there. And so what I did was I went back and I got the box and I stuck it there and I put the water in there. There's a reason why I'm telling you. Just bear with me for a minute. When I came in here in the English server, I did have my furniture here and I came back and it was missing. That was one of the things that had happened. I had a table here with a bunch of stuff, and then I had my couch and my chairs and everything over there. But that's not the issue. One of the issues, another issue is that I put the ballista there because I had people coming through my hangar. This whole area right here would turn black and start to flicker. And it would open up and a black vehicle would come out. I forget which one it was. And it would, at one time it was the Starlifter, my Starlifter actually. They seemed like they were taking my vehicles out there, but they did have the Perseus in there somewhere. I don't know how they did it, but the doors opened up and the vehicle came out, and at that time I had the Centurion sitting out here as well, and I had ran over there and I jumped into it, and I flipped everything on and I jumped into the seat and I started firing my guns on them, and as soon as they came out of the floor, I just lit up on them, and I didn't let up. I mean, I lit up on them, and I was hitting them. I mean, there was something physically there. Okay, there was a real ship there, even though it was blacked out and it seemed like it was a ghost. I hit a physical ship, and I kept my guns on them all the way up to the top of the door up here, and it too was black. And I must have knocked the shit out of them because they were hurting when I just lit up on them. You know the Centurion, it's pretty powerful. And so I must have knocked the crap out of them because when they went out the door, they weren't feeling it. They were feeling it because I lit up on them, and I could tell in the display that they were hurting. I mean, I knocked down their shield, and the side of their ship started to turn red. And the higher it got, the more I kept on them, the redder it would come, and they couldn't. And their shields were down. I mean, I just knocked the crap out of them. And they disappeared out through the door. Now, this is the weird thing. Everything was black. My display over here was black. Although it was still functional, I could still push a button and call up another vehicle. In here, all the time that they were going out the door, this display was black. I couldn't see anything. And the floor was flickering black and white, and even though it was still dark, and the doors were literally opening up. But they were acting like a ghost, but I could still hit them. And I knocked the crap out of them. And I had the Centurion over here, and I had the Ballista over here. But I ran to the Centurion first, so I could, because it was closest and it was pretty much already on, so all I had to do was jump in the seat. And I just kept shooting at them all the way up. But this has been going on all the time. They come in here and they get into my hangar and they do whatever they want to do. And one day when I was over, I had, before I came back here, I had, at one time, I had gone to Nexus, and I was there, and I went to my hangar, and a guy was in my hangar, and I didn't know who he was until I took out my weapon and I started firing on him, and I couldn't kill him. And I just ran, and so I just walked over, got my ship, and left. And he got in his ship, and he left, and I couldn't kill him. And then when I went back to the beginning of the program, he had his name in my friends list that I did not know. He went, and I think I explained that too. But he was there without my knowledge nor my permission, and I could not get his name off of my friends list. I went to Spectrum. I looked it up. He wasn't there. I went back to the display, and his name was there, but it was grayed out, so I couldn't kick him out. Now, I don't know how he did that. I'm sure he used to cheat, but he was kind of like a dick anyway, because that's the way he was treating me and his attitude. But when I came back here, at one time with this, it wasn't orange, it was the gray box, and there was nothing in it, or there was a can in there. I didn't use a can. I got a bottle, and I don't know what a can's doing there, but now it's a can, and my furniture's missing. The last time I'd come in here, the furniture was there. Now, hang on with me, because I'm gonna exit out just to the menu, and I'm gonna go into the USA or the best, whichever server that is. You don't know. It's just the best server, and probably the USA server, which I had gotten some problems with that too. I went into the USA server, and there were people coming through the USA server, coming into my hangar and making themselves at home. Now we're going to go back to the best. This is what I did the last time. Okay, I went in here, and then I went back in. And so they were in the USA server, and I shot at them again. I had taken out one of my, I think I took out the Centurion at that point. I hadn't taken out the Ballista, but I took out the Centurion, and I had it, and I lit up on them too. And they did the same thing. The whole place turned black. The vehicle was black. The door had turned black. My display was black, but they were solid because I was hitting them all again. I was hitting them, and they were turning red. I mean, I had knocked through their shields with the Centurion. I knocked through their shields, and did damage to them all the way then they were going out. Then they went in. Then at one time they came back in the Starlifter, and they got out before I had a chance to get into the Centurion, and they had already left and had gone. They were already gone, and I'm standing there like with egg on my face, wondering what to do. And my furniture was there, and my tank was there at one time. Now let's see, nothing is here. Now, again, here, this is really weird, because normally that would have been the gray box, and then my furniture would have been here. My furniture shouldn't have disappeared. I shouldn't have did. I'm gonna go back and get that other video and show it to you. That shouldn't have been there. That should have been. And my the ballista is missing, I think. And the tank. I had put the ballista up here. And the Centurion. I put them both up. At one time, I put the tank, the heavy-duty tank up in there, too. And it was missing. And now, it's not there. But this whole area right here turned black. And the door turned black. And the ship, even though it was solid, had acted like it was a ghost. But I could still hit it. It was still solid, you know. And my furniture wasn't missing. My furniture was here. And now it's missing. I had a chair with, I had a table here with 3 kitchen chairs. And I had my couch here, my upscaled couch with a table and 2 upscaled chairs and the other ones. And at one time, they were here. Anyway, they've been disappearing and appearing. Also, I know, and that wasn't there. That can wasn't there. The pin was there. I don't know what the can's doing there. But the can wasn't there. A can of coffee wasn't on the floor. It was a red pin on the floor. It was weird. Anyway, all these things have been happening when I go to different servers, but I noticed that with them, these guys still came into my hangar, but my furniture was here, and now it's gone. Also, when I go to my display, I come to my display, and I start scrolling down, and it locks up. The black color disappears, and I try to push a button, and it doesn't want to push. It's just you can't push anything. I'm trying to get it to go, trying to get it to do it again now. Probably won't do it now. But this is what's been going on. There's a lot of inconsistencies with the system, and I don't know why. Even in the face of the hot fix, which I think was the one that fixed it, it would still act up. Now it's not going to do it. But if I hadn't been filming this, then yeah, if I hadn't been recording it, then I'm sure it would have screwed up. But I did. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I put the ballista in there. I took it out, and the Centurion, and I had the Centurion on the left and the ballista on the right. And at one time I had put the tank way in the back, and I used it because the way it was positioned, it would, you know, I had it positioned right in the middle of the door, so it was perfect. And I used that a couple of times, and that got their attention, but they didn't stop. They just kept coming and coming. There it goes. See? This is what I'm talking about. It did it. Now you see, I can't push anything. I can't close it. I can't push it. Nothing. It's completely frozen. And then look, it came to it back again. That's really weird. And it keeps doing this. Sometimes it won't even come back. Sometimes it just stays gone, and I have to hit escape, and then I have to go ahead and open it up again and go back in. But this is what's been going on. Also, I've noticed that when I went downstairs, I don't know if they're still doing it now, but during the time that I went downstairs, they were having a live fire, ammunition fight with ammunition, and they were holding it in the foyer, I guess you could call it, know, the foyer part, you know, where you walk in. Let me see if I can show it to you. I had it's right when you pass the restaurant, and it's right where the displays are. And I would be awfully surprised if they were down there doing it now. But there were also like what seemed like 50 or 60 dead bodies everywhere. I mean, there were bodies that were being stacked on top of each other. I mean, it was bad. And this is what's been going on a regular basis. Now, I would come out here, and out here, boy, this is quiet. Out here, there would be firing going on, right? They would be standing in this area, and they'd be shooting at each other. And so they would run all over this area here, and there was live fire going on. They were using the was it P-54, I think, that gun, and they were shooting at each other right out here. And you see, there's even more bodies coming over here. This is what I'm talking about. It's the bodies that just keep coming up all the time. Every time I come in here, there are bodies like this. This is what I'm talking about. This looks really, this is not good. And I'm wondering why your anti-cheat is not taking care of this. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. People step over them, these dead corpses, and look at it's just look at that. You gotta anyway. And then coming over here is another dead corpse, and this is what's going on all the time. All the time, you're walking through dead corpses all the time, and this is really gross, you know. I mean, you shouldn't even be seeing this. But look at this. This is ridiculous. See, people are getting used to it. It doesn't even affect them. But it does me. I don't like seeing these bodies hanging around here. But as you can see, going through the whole thing, guys, there are dead bodies everywhere. And then someone is going to pull out a gun somewhere and shoot somebody, because they've been doing that periodically, just out of spontaneously. You might say like spontaneous combustion. But I guess even now that this guy looks like he works here. How's it go, sir? You know, that's another thing. You know, I gotta tell you guys this. They say hi to me all the time, and it drives me nuts. And I'll tell you why. See, uh-oh. There we go. See, I had to do that. My character froze right there. And I had to escape and go back again. That's been going on a regular basis too. But the weird thing is that I'm gonna go through here and they ask me how I'm doing, and they say hi, and it drives me out of my mind, because, you know, when I say hi back, they don't even acknowledge it, you know? They don't even know I'm saying anything to them, and they're saying hi to me. So I push my button and, hi, how you doing? And yeah, right, That's the end of that. And so they don't, that guy can hear me, hello bud. But these NPCs, they don't hear you. Why are they saying hi to you, and yet you can't say hi back? Don't you think that's a little ridiculous? Anyway, I wanted to show these for you. Hopefully this video will take. But there are dead bodies everywhere. I mean, and security's just standing around like it's, you know, oh yeah, just another dead body. And these guys, they're so used to seeing dead bodies, it doesn't even affect them anymore. I mean, this is sick. You know, when you can walk through here and see dead bodies everywhere, it's a little sick. You know, it's just a little weird. But I wanted to share some of this stuff with you, because this is becoming commonplace, and it should not be commonplace. This should not be happening. and I'm personally offended by it. I don't want to see them. And if I go to another server, I guarantee you they're going to be out here again firing on each other. One of the servers, probably the USA server, where it usually happens, on the US server it happens all the time. They'll stand out here, guys. They'll stand out here with live fire weapons, and they'll kill the guards, and they'll kill anybody that gets in their way, and they'll fire at each other. And they're not hurting each other, but they're hurting everybody else around them. They've killed off all the guards, so the guards are not stopping them, and your so-called godlike anti-cheat bear is not doing a damn thing. I mean, that thing's useless. What's it doing? You need to get people out here that can... The security's pathetic, okay? It really is. And that was my whole big crux. And I don't know why you guys haven't gotten more serious about getting people out here to take care of that. And I'm just wondering why. You know, I'm wondering why is it that you guys haven't done anything about it yet. And so that's what's been going on. I don't know how else any to tell you. And my furniture's still gone. Weird. Now I'll exit out of here, and see, you remember that box we talked about? Take a look. What was here the last time we were here? It was the orange top box. Now look, we left and came back. Now look what's there. It's the gray box. And I bet you there's nothing in it. Or a can or something. There's no bottle there. Watch it, it'll make a liar out of me. If I go and open this puppy up, there's the bottle. Okay, now the orange top box has the can in it. This one has the bottle in it. The weird thing about it is that this should have the can, and the orange bottle and the orange top should have the bottle. They're totally opposite. They're totally backwards. And if you look out here, you'll see it's a little bit darker than it was the last time I was here. You know, when we left and we came back, it was really bright. It's not bright anymore. It's dark. This ought not be. This is totally not normal. This was really bright out here. It was like white. You've seen how it was. And now look at it. It's dark. And my furniture's still missing. I got to go put it back up again, but I don't know how long it's going to stay there. So things are not persisting, and things are not happening the way they ought, and people aren't taking care of this place the way they ought to. You see, all this is all dark. It should be bright in here. See my area? It's dark. I had boxes. I didn't tell you this part, but I had a number 8 box here, and I had a number 4 box here, and I had a couple of smaller boxes. I was putting together a food package. Now I still have that food package packed away in storage, but each gray box has food and medical supplies. And I was putting it together for a Thanksgiving, Christmas thing. I give food away to different people around Stanton. I have my nonprofit is the donation station. I'm on Discord. Now I haven't done much with it. I'm not really sure, and I'm not too up on Discord. I try to learn it, but it just, I don't know. But I've been putting together boxes of food and medical supplies, and I save them on my truck, on the truck, my truck. That I don't know the name of it. the truck. Anyway, I've been saving them on there, and I'll probably put them on, probably will either put them on the C1, or I might put them on the Starlifter, because I'm going to be taking a bunch of other boxes. Anyway, I'm donating a lot of stuff, and that's what I was been doing. I came back here, and all my boxes were missing. They're gone. You know where they are? They were back in storage. And this is supposed to be persistent. You know, it's supposed to persist. Guess where all my furniture is? Back in storage. Well, I'm glad it's back in storage instead of getting lost. But you seen it. The box was orange. Now it's gray. And we just stepped out for a few minutes and came back, and this is what's been going on. Plus, it's dark in that room over there, out in that hangar, where it wasn't so dark. It's dark now. It's got a red hue like it's on an emergency something or another. And my ballista and my other vehicle, the Centurion, they're gone. My tank is gone. Everything, remember? Well, you don't remember. I gotta get that other video out. I'm gonna throw that video in there with it. Anyway, thank you for listening to my babble, but I thought I'd share this video with you. I'm not gonna put it on YouTube. It's not their business. It's none of their businesses. Just for CIG. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna. So anyway, I may deliver it off if I can't find a place to put it over at Spectrum, I'll drop it off over at Support, and then they can give it to you. And hopefully I've made my point. I hope. Anyway, guys, I don't know how else to say it. It just, you know, things are not persisting. Things are changing, and it's weird because before they were persisting, I would go from one server to the other server, and whether I used a box or another box or not, it was all the same. My furniture was there, my everything stuff was there. I didn't have lockup on my display. And these things have been driving me crazy, because, especially the display when I'm going through it, and I want to get a ship and I have to log out because it locks up. It's so irritating. But these things have been going on. And that noise you hear, like the door opening, that scares me, because now I'm wondering whether someone's going to be coming through my top again. What happens is that the door stays closed, but you can see the silhouette of another door opening up. So even though this door stays closed, it starts to turn at first, and then you can see another door opening up, and then when it opens up all the way, then everything turns black. The ship turns black, the floor turns black, the door turns black, my display turns black. But you can see the door, the shadow of another door opening up over this door and them coming in. And I can't stop them. I did that one day with the Centurion. I blew the shit out of it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just makes me mad. You enter my place, and I tell you, I'm gonna blow you up. I hate to have people intruding on my space. You know, I like and where's my furniture? Where did it go? Anyway, there's been some really weird stuff going on lately, and this is the only way I think I can share it with you. So I hope I didn't bore you too much with and I gotta feed my boy anyway. He's getting hungry. But I hope I didn't bore you too much with what I have to share with you. And I apologize if some of you read that it was on Spectrum. But, you know, it's really happening. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. And I'm going to drop this off over at Support, or maybe CIG, but it's for CIG only, you know, and people at Support. It's not for YouTube. I'm not going to do, that's none of their business. Anyway, thank you for listening to me, and you have a good day. First of all, what I'm going to do is do this. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.